Hi, welcome to DETV. My name is Negin, and here today in the studio with me is Aakash Prasad, the CEO of DE. Aakash, could you explain a little bit about this fantastic DE that we are talking about, and how did it come to life?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So our story goes all the way back to 2005. In fact, next year we're going to be celebrating our 15th year in business. We started off as a family business. My dad is an experienced structural engineer. At this point, he has about 35 years of engineering experience. And in 2005, we decided to start kind of a small consulting engineering business. Over the years, we've grown a lot. Now we are at a point where we're doing over 200 projects a month all over California. We've built a one-stop shop of design and engineering services, architecture, structural engineering, civil, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, drafting, CAD, all kinds of design and engineering services that people need on projects. And we deliver it through a software-based design hub that we've created. So we're combining software and engineering to build a new generation, next generation kind of engineering company.
That sounds quite revolutionary, especially in a market that's traditionally conservative in terms
Yeah.
of when it comes to technology. How did you pull it off?
Yeah, I think that goes back to my background. My mom's side of the family is more into technology and software, and my dad's side of the family is more into civil engineering.
It's the best match.
So I'm combining two. So in terms of my background in education, I studied computer science at Berkeley. So my background is in tech, and this company is really an opportunity to bring the two domains together. And I think that's where interesting things happen.
So, in terms of you've been in the market for some years now, you've been quite successful, and within a short time, you were talking about it right now, that 200 projects simultaneously happening. How can you manage that number of projects?
So we've invested a lot in our own software. So we've built a proprietary project management software called Design Hub that has all the workflows and automations and tracking and scheduling, everything needed to manage all these projects. We have a good-sized team. We have a number of project managers, engineers, architects. And we have a lot of automation and data that we use. And that's what allows us to manage, 200 plus active projects. In fact, right now, we probably have more than 250 active projects across all of California.
That's quite interesting. What is the biggest advantage point of, bringing that technology to this? What was the biggest advantage you saw in the market after using the technology?
It's really the efficiency. It's the speed. It's just the time savings that it gives our customers in terms of being able to get their design and engineering done faster, get their permit faster, and actually build, whatever they want to build and start utilizing it. So
Which is quite important, especially in the California market.
Yeah.
I've never lived in California, but what I know about California is mostly about the wildfire happening and the need that you need to build more houses quickly.
Yeah, and we've done a lot of residential projects and still do. So in the last 2 years, there's been several of the record-breaking wildfires throughout California, starting in Sonoma, but also down in LA, Malibu, Shasta, Redding. So tens of thousands of structures, mostly houses, have been burned in the last 26 or so months. And we've helped rebuild a number of them, hundreds of them, all over California, from architecture, civil engineering, structural engineering, the entire permit sets that are needed for rebuilding.
Could you tell us a little bit about the successful projects you did? What was the most important project that was close to your heart? Especially because you're coming from a family, history. It's already it was in your family background. Can you tell us one project that was the most important project to you personally?
Yeah, I think there's several. On the residential side, we've done some really nice houses. If I ever wanted to build a custom house for myself, we have a lot of really nice houses we've done as inspiration, including fire rebuilds, but also custom homes, additions, remodels. That's on the residential side. On the commercial side, we've done a bunch from ground up to tenant improvements. I think one really cool one we did was a tenant improvement at Oakland International Airport. I think that's really cool because I've flown in and out of there a number of times, and you can actually see it. It's in one of the terminals. So we did the engineering for that.
It feels like you're all focused in California.
Right. Yeah. Right now, for the last 15 years, our focus has been in California, and we are continuing to expand and grow in California, but we will soon start expanding into other states. So eventually, the goal would be to be in all the states and all the countries over time.
One question that always comes to mind is in terms of opening like getting into a market that is traditional and conservative. Technology is always creating challenges. You mentioned some of the issues, but I want to know if government wants to change the scene, if they want to help you guys who are wanting to change and helping the houses crisis in California, is there anything they can do, or in terms of, I don't know, licensing or any regulation or something that can help you to face the crisis and actually overcoming it?
Well, one of the things, after the wildfire, some of the cities and counties like Sonoma County, Santa Rosa, a number of them kind of reduced the regulatory burden of their plan check process. They sped up the plan check so that when the plans are submitted, they were being reviewed much faster in, couple weeks as opposed to several months. So allowing the plans to get approved faster and for homeowners to start rebuilding and getting back into their houses faster. So anything they can do to make the plan check process faster and more efficient is definitely going to help a lot of people, because on a lot of projects in most cities in California, plan check can take, even on a small addition, it can take over a month, 2 months. We're often done with our work faster than the city takes to just check it, and that's an area where more efficiency would really go a long way. But in terms of supporting us, we've heard from a number of customers that when we asked them how they heard about us, they actually said they were at their building department and the city official told them about us, because they're seeing our plans over and over and over again, and they recognize Design Everest and they trust the quality of our work. That some of the building officials and inspectors and plan checkers have actually been telling customers that when they're asking, hey, where do I get these plans done, they've been telling them about Design Everest. So that's a really good kind of testament to the work that we do.
So one of the reasons I'm here at the moment and we are talking with each other is that you guys decided you need a platform to provoke thoughts and conversations within the influencers in the market. Why did you decide that?
I think that where we are right now in 2019 is in the very early stages of this industry. I think in the next 10 years, there's going to be a lot of innovation in this market, and there's a lot of new and fresh ideas floating around and people trying innovative new things finally in a market that's been very slow to change and antiquated. So I think this is a good time to kind of bring together the right people with the right ideas and mindset and really get dialogue and discussion going. And that's been the inspiration for starting Design Everest TV, and really kind of hear from some of the innovative people in this industry that's traditionally been slow to change, and learn about some of the new ideas and activities happening in the market.
Thank you so much for your time, Aakash.
All right, thank you.
Audio